Well, let's talk about it. This is basically your life on screen. Elements of it, the places you've been, the places you've seen. What do you want people to gain from what you're showing this side of Cleveland?
A new perspective. Like we've talked and shown many cities, LA, New York, Chicago, and the issues that's going on at those places. But I want to show people, give them a glimpse of where I grew up. Show them what kids are going through at the state that they're in with the city being the way it is, and the areas that I kind of was raised. Yeah.
I'm kind of curious with, being able to showcase young guys growing up, that type of changing into manhood. Can you talk about being able to write that for these characters and maybe feeling it yourself, kind of seeing how you went through it?
Yeah, no, it's part of a lot of the film was myself of how I grew up, but I mentor a lot of kids, a lot of teenagers, and so I get to see the coming of age aspect where they have to grow up early at a young age. They have to become men at a very young age. And it's due to their homes, it's due to lack of money, lack of resources. And so I really wanted to showcase that within the film and show how tough it is growing up in these certain kind of streets. And at a point where you label these kids as criminals and thieves and thugs, and at the end of the day they are just kids. And I just really wanted to showcase that within the film. I wanted to show people that no matter what label you put on them, they have to go through these things, and how easy it is to get trapped in these certain kind of situations growing up where they're growing up at.
You made some bold choices shooting. You shot during like parades and some big stuff.
So I wanted to keep the authenticity alive while we were shooting in Cleveland, Ohio. So we shot at locations where I grew up at, gritty neighborhoods, projects on West 25th. And then we also shot at a live festival, the Puerto Rican festival, where we had a crazy incident where gunshots went off. We ran into like gangs and drug dealers on certain parks. So we had a lot going on, and it felt good to be from home and to be able to calm those situations down when needed to. But for a lot of the crew members and a lot of cast, this is a new experience. They never saw this out of Cleveland before, and so a lot of it was scary and it was tough, but we got through it. And I'm just grateful that the team came out safe. One, but two, that I was able to capture that on screen of what was really going on. We made a film and people were like, is this really going on in Cleveland? Like the violence. And I'm like, well, we experienced it while we were on set. It was sad to see, but it was also something important for the world to see at that.
What's it like being able to craft an album with Nas?
Amazing. First of all, it's like Nas is one of the greatest rappers ever. But somebody I listened to as a kid, and now to just be sitting in the studio, because we're still finishing the soundtrack, which is amazing. But to be sitting in the studio getting ready for the premiere of the film and choosing all kind of music, and him dropping original songs for the film and calling up artists to get on the soundtrack. Because mind you, this is a small project. It's not huge. And so to have him really involved and sitting down and hands-on was an amazing experience. And I learned so much from him about music, about life. If you ever have a conversation with him, like a real sit-down, dude is the way he spits and his flows and how poetic he is in his music, he's like that in real life too. So yeah, it was an amazing experience, man. It was an amazing experience.
Well, I appreciate you bringing it here to Dallas.
No,
Thanks.
Thank you.